Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Richard Prophet, and this is the Apex Predator, Solid Gold Apex Predator. And I want to tell you that Rolex watches are age dependent. What? Prophet, what are you talking about? Rolex watches are age dependent. And I'm going to break it down to you exactly what you mean. For a couple of years now, I've been telling everybody, I've been making videos that I will be only wearing a precious metal solid gold Rolex on my wrist from here on in. And I want to break it down. I want to break down that video exactly, tell you exactly what I mean. And it looks like the rest of the watch community is now finally starting to catch on to what the aid has been saying for the last couple of years. All right, so that whole video is coming Sunday night at 10 o'clock. Join us here Sunday night at 10 o'clock, and we're going to break down Rolex watches are age dependent. And I'm going to give you the age groups, and you tell me whether I'm right or wrong. I'm going to give you Rolex watches age dependent. What are the groups? And we're going to break them down this Sunday night, 10 o'clock. You know, the only place to be Sunday night, 10 o'clock, is with The Last Dragon. We're going to break that down this Sunday night. So I'll see you there. Hey.
Cheers, family.
8. If you're a middle-aged man, you shouldn't be wearing a steel Rolex. Rolex watches are age dependent. Prophet, what are you talking about? Wow, look at that squirrel. Wow, that's cool. Anyway, watches are age dependent. We're going to get into it. We're going to break it down right now. 8. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Richard Prophet, the Last Dragon. And it's Father's Day. It is Father's Day stateside here in America. God bless America. It is Father's Day. And I'm out just enjoying a nice stick. Just enjoying the breeze and watching the waves. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm just enjoying a nice stick and relaxing on this Father's Day before we go out to dinner. Gonna get some nice Italian food, nice bottle of vino, and just enjoy Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers out there, not only stateside but worldwide. Worldwide. I don't know if any other country celebrates Father's Day today. You know what? If you're not in the U.S. and your country celebrates Father's Day, leave a 8 in the comment in the description below, and leave what country you're in, so we can shout it out. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers worldwide, across the whole world. Happy Father's Day, and of course, happy Father's Day. Yeah. All right. So that being said, man. Watches are age dependent. Watches are age dependent, right? Prophet, what are you talking about? Watches are age dependent. I'm gonna listen what I'm telling you. When you're a kid, you wear a rubber watch, right? You wear a plastic watch, you bang it up, you beat it around, and it's all good. It's disposable, right? But as you get older, watches become age dependent. Prophet, what does that mean? All right, let's get into it. So, I got a friend. He will remain nameless. I got two super collectors that I know. Super collectors, right? One of them, we went out to lunch the other day. We were having lunch. This gentleman has way more watches than your ADs. Any AD you have, this guy has way more watches than him. But anyway, so we're talking or whatever, and he always lets his son wear watches from his collection, and he gives him watches and all this. Him and his son have a great relationship. I really appreciate his relationship that he has with his son. And, I spend time with him and his son, and I really appreciate the time we spend together. I got a lot of love for them both. But anyway, so we were out to lunch the other day. His favorite meal was hamburgers, right? I mean, wealthy guy. We can eat wherever he wants. And he likes to get hamburgers. The spot we go to in New York, he enjoys. We kind of disagree a little bit between the number one spot in New York for hamburgers. He thinks it's one spot, I think it's another, but they're definitely 1 and 2, right? So, anyway, you know exactly what spots I'm talking about in New York if you're from New York. I've mentioned them on this channel before, especially on my Instagram. Go follow my Instagram. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, we're out with him the other day, and for some reason, his son comes up. We start talking about his son. His son was like, oh, he wanted to borrow this watch or whatever, right? And he's talking to his son on the phone, and he tells him, yeah, okay, sure, you can borrow that piece. That piece was actually a Batgirl, a Batman on the Jubilee, right? Great piece, fantastic piece. Probably one of my favorite GMT configurations. So it's steel, right? So he hangs up, and I say, oh, wow, that's crazy. Your son doesn't want to borrow a gold piece here and there. And he goes, you know what? He's a young guy, and I think watches are age dependent, age appropriate, I think he said. And you know what? That hit me. That really hit me, because that goes on my same, on my line of thinking as well. I think that steel Rolex watches, right? Steel Rolex are for younger men, young men. I think a middle-aged man should be wearing a gold Rolex. Apex Predator on wrist. Apex Predator on wrist. Excuse me, I didn't mean to neglect the wristwatch check. Apex Predator, solid gold, beautiful. The biggest all gold Rolex in the lineup. Recently discontinued, but still remains the biggest solid gold Rolex. There's another one out there, but it's got a titanium case back. It's not solid gold. This one is all gold, and in my opinion, the best all gold big boy Rolex you can own. And it's 44 millimeters. 4 and 4 is 8, which is my favorite number. I am the 8, as you all know. So you have this watch on. It's meant for success. This watch, you can't help but be successful if you own this watch in your collection. Anyway, yeah, so, a couple years back, I said in a video that from now on, I'm a middle-aged man, and I said from now on, I am only wearing gold Rolexes. And, I have steel Rolex watches in my collection, but slowly but surely I am, to be very honest, I'm phasing them out. I am gifting them out to family and, family and very, very close friends, because, at this stage in my life, I am only wearing a gold Rolex. I am a middle-aged man, If that plane goes down and I'm on it, when they roll my body over, that's going to be the guy that was wearing the gold Rolex. And all the guys in the ambulance are going to be talking about that guy that was wearing the gold Rolex. Anyway, I mean, steel, don't get me wrong, steel watches are great. Steel watches are great. Steel Rolex watches are great. But once you're a guy of a certain age, a man of a certain age, of a certain distinction, you should only be wearing a gold Rolex on your wrist, man. And look, a lot of your favorite watch YouTubers are now starting to say, "Hey, Prophet, you know what? I think you're right. I'm gonna start changing my collection to be precious metals." They're saying precious metals. It's okay. But what they mean is gold Rolexes. They mean gold Rolexes, whether it's yellow, rose, white, whatever your preference is. But I think a middle-aged man should only be wearing a gold Rolex. And equally, I think a young man should only be wearing a steel Rolex. When you see a younger man with a gold Rolex on, a gold watch on, gold tone looking watch, you instantly start thinking it's fake anyway. But when you see a middle-aged man, an older man, distinguished gentleman with a gold Rolex on, I don't know. It just seems more at home on his wrist. On his whole vibe. Hold on, let me just touch this up real quick. And I just feel like there's the community at large, the world at large, people at large appreciate more a a gentleman, a distinguished gentleman, a well dressed man of a certain age, of a certain distinction, with a gold Rolex on. It looks more at home on a middle aged man's wrist. And, and so on and so forth. Like as you get older, maybe now you transition into your golden years, you want to slip into more of a gem set piece. You might have the diamonds on, you might have the rubies on, sapphires or whatever. Uh, you don't have to, but to me, in my opinion, it looks even more classy when you're just a gentleman in your golden years and you have a gold Rolex on, gem set, diamond, diamond bezel, whatever, diamond sapphires, whatever the case may be. Yeah, so in watches, Rolex watches in particular are age dependent. A young man, steel Rolex. A middle-aged man, gold Rolex. Now, I wanted to say 50 years old and older, gold Rolex, but I'm going to cut that down probably to about 44 years old. A 44-year-old man should be wearing a gold Rolex. And then from there, that will take you all the way to about 68. 68 and older, uh, gem set. Should be gem set gold Rolexes in your collection. In your collection. It could still be all Rolexes, but you need at least one gem set piece in your collection. As a senior man in your golden years, enjoying your golden years, you know, out there playing, 18 holes, or it depends on, how old you are, maybe 9 holes, I don't know. But enjoying a few rounds of golf wearing a gold gem set Rolex in your 70s is fantastic in my view. So yeah, I just wanted to make this quick little video just saying that Rolex watches are age dependent. I don't want to see a young man wearing a gold Rolex. Steel Rolex for a young man. Middle-aged man, I mean, grow up, step your game up. Middle-aged man, put on a gold Rolex. Put on a precious metal Rolex. And a senior man, hey, you made some great moves in your life, and they have all panned out, and you're starting to wind down. So shine like the star in the sky that you are, and put on that gem set piece. I'm a middle-aged man. That's why every single day you see me wearing a gold Rolex. There's no beaters in my collection, right? Like I did a video before. Bourbon Heart, shout out to Bourbon Heart. He really enjoys that video. Captain Subby, the Cap, shout out to the Cap. These are members in our community. And they Bourbon Heart in particular says, "Oh, I love that video when you say you have no beater watch." That's right. You can't have a beater watch. You only have a beater life. Your watches are to wear every day. Whatever it is that you're doing. I'm not mowing no lawns, and I'm not, doing this where I can't be wearing a precious watch. I'm not cleaning out my pool. I'm not mowing my lawn. I mean, at middle age, you should be having services. You should have a service doing those type of things. So you no longer need a beater watch, in my view. Especially if you're a watch collector. If you have a collection of watches, you don't have a beater life anymore. Things are good. And things would only be getting better because we're doing the right things in life. We're making the right choices. We're making the right moves for our family, our friends, our associates, and our individual companies, or whatever the case may be, or at your job, or whatever the case is. But yeah, man, so that is my opinion on that. Watches are age dependent. A steel Rolex is for a younger man. A precious metal piece, a gold Rolex, is for a middle-aged man. And a gemmed out piece, a gemmed out precious metal piece, is for you in your senior years, you in your twilight years. You want to have that beautiful gem set precious metal piece on your wrist. All right, everybody, that's today's video. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there, everybody in the world. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there in the watch community. And if you're a woman out there, happy Father's Day to your dad and your husband, boyfriend, significant other, whatever the case is. So happy Father's Day, everybody. That's my view on it. Once again, steel watches for a younger man, precious metal Rolex for a middle-aged man like myself, and gem set precious metal piece, solid gold Rolex for a senior man. All right, everybody. I'm your host, Richard Prophet, the 8 of the watch community, and I'm out, baby. Yeah, that's it. 8 guy. Cheers, family.